Hello everyone. Bit of a different video this time. So what we're doing right now is okay, so for a little context. So like less than 24 hours ago, I was wanting to mess around with like doing data packs and stuff because I hadn't really experimented with it. I didn't even really know I didn't know for sure what a data pack was. I was like, I think it's like a bunch of command blocks, but like the game's like internalized it. And as it turns out, I was kind of right. I was kind of right in a way. But I went from that to making a cool little data pack with pretty novice sort of like data pack making skills. So I'll sort of show you what I got. So you can see this little mob egg here says archaeology table. And I was like, because, I think everyone kind of thought that archaeology was a bit disappointing. So I made a bit of this. So what this is I mean, obviously it's a like literally it's a crafter, but if we open it up, you can see that these squares right here are closed off. Um, so I did this with the commands where you can close off certain squares, and there's two open. So the top, middle, and middle center middle ones are open, but all the other ones are closed off. So So you might be wondering, so what is this? So based on the name, it's an archaeology table. So what exactly does it do? Well, I think that like the whole like suspicious sand and suspicious gravel thing they tried to do was just not really worth it. Like the rewards were too far too minimal for like what you had to do to get them. That suspicious sand is incredibly rare, and suspicious gravel is as well. And like a handful of entire structures at all, and even then that's very little. So you may be thinking, oh, do you just like put some like suspicious dirt in here? So you don't have to use suspicious dirt percent. You can use the blocks I have right now are, you can have sand, you can use gravel, sand, dirt, coarse dirt, coarse dirt. Hang on, let me clear out this inventory since it's kind of a mess. All right, let me grab this. So the blocks I have set up are gravel, dirt, sand, coarse dirt, red sand, chiseled sandstone, and not muddy mangrove, it's mud. I meant to grab mud. I just grabbed the wrong block. So pretty nice little selection of blocks here. And if I, just go here and try and do something with them, you can see that nothing happens, right? And that's because I didn't just want to like make it to where you just turn dirt into like pure loot or whatever. I didn't think that was very and really in the spirit. So instead what you have to do is you have to use this brush. You have to actually put your brush here. And once you do, you put a piece of dirt in and it turns into part of the archaeology loot tables. Now there's a few archaeology loot tables, so it picks from among those based on which item you put in. Oh, I almost forgot. The also stone is another item you can do. So in terms of a tier list, sand and dirt are probably the least interesting. You're gonna get the least stuff from there. I think, and then you have coarse dirt and gravel, and then you have I believe red sand, and then you have mud, I would say, and then you have sandstone and stone. So going left to right here, sand and dirt, some nice stuff, but nothing crazy. Gravel and coarse dirt, you get some cool stuff. Mud and red sand, you get some good stuff. And then stone and chiseled sandstone, I'd say, is when you start getting like the much better stuff. So if we put in some sand, we see it turns into a yellow dye. Put in dirt. Notably, if you put in a whole stack, it will turn the whole stack into a single thing of loot. So definitely put these in one at a time. I don't know the best way to handle that. And it's like, I mean, I'm just going to use a hopper because why not? So you can just do this with it. You can uncover a bunch of different stuff, which I feel like, oh, a lead. See, that's a really cool like thing. To me, I think this is honestly a much nicer, like, this is already a lot better than what we got. And I think we're making it require the brush, I think. Oh, okay, take that out. Making it require the brush, I think, is a nice touch to where, you know, you can't just turn dirt into loot or whatever instantly. You actually have to have the brush, and then even then you get some, you get, you know, what you get may not always be like immediately useful or whatever, but you know, it can definitely, if you do enough of it, you might get something good. The dirt and gravel aren't going to give you anything too crazy. The mud, I think, is when you can start getting some better stuff, like, oh, wooden hoe, some pottery sherds, chiseled sandstone, and then we have the stone. There is better stuff. You can, mainly emeralds, I would say. So if I grab some stone, I'll show you some of the better stuff. So I put that in there. So we have a lot, so you can see we have a bunch of armor trims and stuff we get here. Let me grab a chest just to put stuff in. Throw all this in here. Okay, and then we can continue seeing what we get from this. So we get heartbreak, pottery sherds. And I think this helps you get a lot more pottery sherds, and like you can actually start making some cool stuff. So like if I grab a crafting table, I can actually start, you know, you can start like actually making some cool pots, you know. Bam, like you can actually get some like pots going really easy, pretty easily. You know, you get some cool armor trims. I accidentally grabbed a piece of stone. If you grab really quick, you can get the original block, which is fine because you can just put it back in there. But yeah, you can just start like going off with the whole pottery sherds. Let's see. There is better stuff. I will say there is. It's just we didn't get any that time, which is kind of funny. Oh, we got clay. I like getting clay. I think that's very, very fitting for what we're doing here, since, you know, dirt. Let me see if I can get the gravel. Gravel's pretty nice. I'm glad that sometimes it won't take everything you have in the marriage. All right. Oh, suspicious too. Wonder what this one does. Oh. Wait, what does that one do? Is that saturation? I think that's saturation. I think. That particle effect's a little weird, I won't lie. And it's literally is active for like 1 second. What is that? It's like a red game mode. Us? Oh, I was literally I was thinking of Bedrock where you can just do S. Oh my god, dude, there's no way. Okay. Game mode survival. What is this effect? What is that? Like what was that? I have no idea. Anyways, regardless, we can keep grabbing some more of this. I guess we're in survival now. I guess that's what we're doing. Guess we make circles now. But yeah, this is a nice way to get a bunch, because like if you wanted to do a bunch of stuff with pots, I feel like it was a lot harder before. Oh yeah, I got a stick. Granted, a stick isn't like a particular thing. What's this suspicious to do? Oh, jump boost. Hey, look at that. Axor is a sort of food source as well, I guess. And you get like a jump boost. That's nice. Although I guess you could also get bad stuff, so. Oh, there's the emeralds. There's the emeralds. So we got 2 emeralds from that. 3, 4. Yo, let's go. Gravel's pretty nice, actually, in its own way. It has a different loot table than sandstone. I don't want to die, actually, so let me go back to creative. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of this because I like that I like all the mechanics of it because I spent a little bit trying to code all of this in the Visual Studio. But yeah, because you can't just like because it took a lot to make all of this work, because like it spawns in a crafter with these slots specifically disabled. It only works if you have a brush in this slot, and then it also works. It has different loot tables for different blocks, which I think is cool, and I think adds like a lot of interesting aspects to it. Let me see chiseled sandstone, because I think that's like some of the best stuff you can get. That might have diamonds. I don't know yet. I haven't gotten diamond. Oh yeah, you can get TNT and stuff from that. Which is pretty crazy. Oh yeah, let me put this in here. Got emeralds. Emeralds. Yeah, the emeralds are a lot quicker on these. You can see that the chiseled sandstone is a pretty good one. Oh, yep, there we go. We got diamonds. So you can get diamonds if you go through the chiseled sandstone, which I think is pretty cool. Got a lot of pottery shards, of course, but yeah, diamonds are on the table with these. Emerald and another diamond. Now, granted, we have gotten through most of our chiseled sandstone, so it's not like it's I mean, it could be a replacement for mining. It's just a lot less efficient. I mean, mining 64. We'll see. We'll see what we have by the end of this, because that'll be interesting. Okay. So a whole stack of I forgot how many emeralds we had at the beginning, but it was less than this. So probably like 12 emeralds or something, and then 2 diamonds, which isn't bad. Don't get me wrong, that's not bad at all. But out of 64 sandstone, so I think that's pretty fair actually. I think that's relatively balanced, all things considered. Oh, yeah, skull pottery. All things considered, I think that's relatively balanced, honestly speaking. I mean, oh god, that was a disaster. Let me put this in here. Got 2 decorated pots. I actually could probably put I could probably reduce a lot of space if I made a bunch of pots out of these. I just realized. Ooh. Oh wait, I just realized I'm not in survival. That actually would be beneficial if I was in survival. But yeah. And then yep. But yeah, I think that pretty much does it. Overall, I think it's pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of this, so I thought I would share it with you guys. If you want to see more stuff like this, then let me know. I think I had a good time making this, and for my first ever data pack, I think it's pretty nice. I mean, you could honestly make this. You could actually have this in survival, and I think it would be a relatively balanced mechanic, all things considered. So I'm pretty happy with it for my first ever data pack, which learning really how to do data packs less than 24 hours ago. Pretty nice overall. All right. That'll probably be it. Uh, I will see you guys next time.